is. And it will be one of the discrepancies that's in Molly's report. And what she's saying about statements is Matthew was not removed from the care of Carl and his mum at the time due to sexual abuse being evidence and that being the reason. There were clearly concerns that were taken into account, and it's documented and it's within the assessment that they were removed in regards to other issues within parenting. It was beyond parental control. Okay, but we're not here to discuss those issues in detail. That's the historical information that we have in relation to those allegations and why it is of concern. Okay, and needs to be looked at and assessed. There is a non-engagement from Andrew, which from the Mental Health Support Services, following your appeal and discharge from the section. Okay, support services were put in place for Andrew in relation to the mental health concerns that have been highlighted. Andrew chose not to.
No, the three people on the bench said no further action to be taken. Three main judges, psychiatrist, a judge, and a lovely lady, said no further discharge. That's it. You can't bring mental health into it because him personally discharged me. You'll find his name and ask him personally, and then he'll say, I asked the solicitor and she said to him, he made the decision with no further input from them.
Okay.
So you cannot bring that up here against me in this room at all.
Well, that's what I can, Andrew.
You can't at all.
Listen to me.
Right? You ask that bloke. I'll tell you for why. You ask the main man in that meeting. Ask him. Right, yeah. Following, yeah, you follow up. Yeah. Did you say I'm allowed to state my case?
Yeah,
right.
Respond to what you said.
Yeah, right.
You were discharged from the section, and that was the decision that was made there. And from that discharge, a referral was made to the community mental health services to offer you support. That is different.
No, there was nothing made after. When I walked out, a young lady approached and said, no further comment, love. And I walked out.
Yeah, because you refused to.
No, they was told in that room there would be no further comment. She pushed her luck by putting that in afterwards. So that is out and irrelevant to this point of view.
Okay, well, that could be explored further.
Good, do it. Please do it. Please.
That needs to be explored further with children's social work service, okay, for your views and their views. Yeah. We have a report from them, and it's been acknowledged that you were discharged from the section, but when we cover mental health, Andrew, that can include depression, anxiety.
There's no depression, anxiety whatsoever,
yeah,
but
it can include a lot of issues,
good.
Okay? So there's a concern there because there's been no engagement further with any support services, and from the day of the bridging plan on the 2nd of September, there's been no engagement with children's social work services despite Mark saying that they didn't agree to that. There were professionals here in the room. That plan was put together with yourself and Molly here, and you agreed to that plan in the interim to the conference being reconvened.
I agreed in theory,
for further assessment to be done, and that hasn't been engaged with on any level, and there's not been allowed any direct access to children to assess them within the family home. Okay, so, and then there's been no engagement with the vision plan that was put in place. Okay, so Mark is clear, and I'll let you to share with people how the views are to why you haven't engaged with the bridging plan that was put in place.
I didn't agree with anything.
Okay.
I didn't. That meeting shouldn't have gone ahead. I want that actually listening really. When you said this meeting, it's just a bridging thing. I didn't take much notice of it.
Right. Well, I have to say, I've been noted by the minute taker, and there were other professionals that were here at the time. I was very clear on what process we were about to use. But I to use the bridging plan. I was clear on the reasons for doing that and what was felt was needed. And at all points, I feel I was very clear on why that bridging plan has been put together.
Well, what were I supposed to do then? Not see Harry, Stephanie or Katie or what? I just wasn't clear on what I was supposed to be doing.
But in fairness, you were given ample opportunity to the social worker between now and the meeting, and what has been said is the family was not engaged. You just point blank refused to engage with the bridging plan.
Nobody's approached me at all.
I phoned and spoke to Andrew and I spoke to Molly.
I asked you about the allegations made about me and my mother, and you couldn't answer. Go on.
No,
You
this
didn't
one
phone
about-
me.
No, I'm allegations about me and my mother.
About the written agreement, which decided to speak about the contract.
Yeah, just to come to sign up. But we said we didn't. You could have come and seen me, but I wouldn't have signed it.
Well, that's not engaging with us, that's what.
Hey, no, you come and see me. I wasn't informed.
I phoned and spoke
You
to
didn't.
Molly.
You didn't.
and Molly
You did not.
to her house.
You did not speak. Did you speak with me?
Can I just finish? Molly said she did not want us to attend her house.
Molly said, did you speak with me?
No, I didn't.
Right,
That
thank
was
you.
the line. But what you're saying now, man, is even if we hadn't approached you, you wouldn't have been.
Well, I'm not agreeing.
Not engaged with children's social work service.
No, I wouldn't have agreed to that. Just stop saying it. Well, we can go through why. Later. Statements. We need statements. I've said this right from the beginning. These referrals. You should. We want all the statements. This is just your assessment. We need all statements. We have nothing. We have nothing but this. Your assessment and what you think we should be doing. You're 4 steps ahead. We're right at the beginning. We just want the statements from these referrals.
Let me just explain that we.
Do you have the statements?
We need
We've
you
on you.
and Andrew and other family members to engage with us so we come at time.
So you can get these statements
You
then.
have them though, don't you?
You have got the statements.
What you just mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
You've got them.
You've got the evidence
You have
against
evidence
me.
to support
Right,
all
you've
of
got it all written down, and who's
We want copies of
and
it.
the third
You
party
can come
what's
see me.
done
I
this.
want these statements.
Right, now this third party.
Mindful of what information we can.
But the thing
No,
is,
you've
it's
got
in
to
my legal rights as
You've
being
got
a
to
parent
disclose everything.
to disclose the evidence, what you've got against
We
me.
don't know what we're talking about because we haven't got
Actually,
any
stop,
statements.
we're not going, this conference is not going to be about debating what information you feel you've had or not had.
It's the rights, human rights, Statutory Human Rights from 1998.
Yeah, the Human Rights Act does have some bearing on child protection law.
Right, well,
When
I'm the parent.
you are there,
Yeah, well, I disclose that information and I want to see it.
you can have information
I
with you
want
that's relevant.
it.
See the statements. Simple as that.
I want this information.
Either you
Right.
listen to what we're saying,
Well, we will
you
do.
have to go ahead
Right, we'll just
without
get on
being
then.
present.
Right,
We've had a say.
We've had a say, we've put a two-penneth in.
Under the Data Protection Act, which you in your own time can read at your own leisure,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is clear that information on third parties, it cannot be shared. So sometimes where information comes from,
Right, that's right.
information that is relevant will and can
Yeah.
be shared with you.
Go, right.
I would like
Yeah.
to see that. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
point. I would like to see
Excuse
that.
me, when you sit down and have a meeting with Children's Social Work Service, that can be established.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay, okay.
Right, so if I come to you, we can talk about the, in fact, can I come into school, Harry? Yeah. We just talk about Harry and how he presents in school, please.
Harry's quiet as a boy. He keeps himself very much to himself. He doesn't join in with the other children. He likes to be with an adult. And if the adult is talking to Harry and other children come and join the group, he will get up and leave. But he'll happily chat to adults. He has begun to respond to other children when he's in a group, but not through the adult. He doesn't have direct conversation with the other children. He's well presented, he's at school on time, uniform clean. He's always asking if it's home time. He gets tearful at break and at lunchtime when he thinks he's to be away from an adult. So at lunchtime he sits on a table with other children, but there is an adult sits there with a child who's a one-to-one child. He talks a lot about his Xbox, not playing on an Xbox. Staff feel that he lacks confidence, he's low self-esteem. And he was picked up one day last week by mum and his sisters, and he was upset when he got out, and they were laughing at him. And he said they always laugh at me.
What?
What a lot of crap that is.
That's the biggest truck I've ever heard.
Now, in fairness,
No, it's not.
that Carol can only comment on what she's heard.
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
but
Okay.
thing is-
We're always laughing at it.
No, our Stephanie and Katie, they had a laugh and a joke with him.
His sisters.
And why shouldn't the sisters ever laugh with him and a joke?
Yeah, oh, they're all
Right, yeah. Well, the kids out there. He's 4-year-old.
He is working below.
No, he's 4-year-old, love.
I missed a bit when he just started off after when I was
He's
writing
working.
was, if you go back a little bit about to how his behaviour is in school. So we've got that he can be withdrawn, and he can get stressed when other companies withdrawn from him. And he may come in after that.
That lack in self-esteem.
Yeah, that one.
It's really funky.
Must be.
When
Oh.
he's praised at school, he seems he's sort of taken aback by getting praised.
And he's behind developmentally in school.
When he was in reception in nursery, he was having some one-to-one time with the nursery teacher. He was sat at a table, she'd call him across and then she'd work one-to-one. He did enjoy those times. But yeah, he talks about fame and his ex-wife. He'll happily leave Dad on the line. Happy to go to Dad on the line when he picks him up.
What about schools engagement with Andrew? How do you find being able to talk to Andrew in school? If you've got any issues with that?
The staff haven't. His reception teacher hasn't any comments about Andrew. She's dropped him off. She's not had any dealings.
No, just had words and just talked to him, about him as he is. That's it. If we know what to say, we've talked, and so everything's all right there.
Can we come to Katie and Stephanie?
Okay, so Katie and Stephanie at school present very, very well. They are come to school and attendance is outstanding, I'd say. Last year, it was Katie didn't miss a day, I don't think, and Stephanie was one day or something like that. This year, again, attendance is very good. It's not, they've got lots of positives on the system for them. The wages have got lots of negative incidents. Stephanie's just got 3 incidents so far, 4 no homework in all subjects. But they come to school, they are happy, they walk to school in the morning, and they're happy, they have friends in school, and academically they're doing well.